Hi friends, it is a week before Christmas Eve and we are out here without jackets, foraging for what we can find, because even this close to winter, you can find lots of stuff. So here I've got some mullein leaves. It was pouring yesterday and this morning, so I was hoping that nature would clean these mullein leaves for me because some of them are really dirty, and the hose is not turned on out here anymore because it's been like 25 degrees. So, today is 55, we'll take it. We also got some more pine for the simmer pots that we make, also pine needle tea, pine needle syrup, pine tincture, pine oil, all the things pine. But B and I took a walk. We foraged some bamboo because some of our bamboo poles have started to disintegrate. I probably could use these okra that are still standing here, but I brought it's probably like 15 feet tall, this bamboo, and it's nice and thick, so if it can be cut, it will make 3 good sized steaks. So I'm happy about that. But you can see that not all is dead in the garden. This is actually a tomatillo husk that has a berry in it that will then seed new plants next year. Oregano is still growing. This oregano, the chives are done. The raspberry still has some leaves on it. What I came out here for, though, that I saw was that there's still some fennel seeds. You could see there's still tulsi seeds as well. So the tulsi bit the dust, but the seeds are still there. And you can see that there is wintercress growing, bittercress growing amongst the carrots that were not pulled. Well, Bee is laying in the wet grass. That's my favorite. Gonna have to clean her later. We've got a Romanesco. This is the biggest one. Still not very big, but we'll take it. These other ones are really small. But we're gonna let them grow, because if they're gonna keep growing, I'm okay with that. We've got some lavender here I could take if I wanted to. The Brussels sprouts are looking rough. They got really attacked by bugs this year, more so than normal. I mean, this poor Brussels sprout has been here since the spring, and it's got layers of white fly on it. And I thought with all the rain that maybe it would come off. Look, there's a fly today. Go figure. The fly. That's how you know it's mild. Anyway, so the white fly did not get washed off. But we still got rosemary, some parsley. Calendula's finally bit the dust. We had too many nights and mornings, 34. We've got a borage growing here. That's cool. That's probably not going to last, though. I did not... these Brussels sprouts don't look great. They're rotting. That sucks. I did not plant any garlic this year because I want to actually amend the beds well in the spring, and when things are planted in here, you really can't do that. So before I plant the onions out, I'm gonna add more soil to these beds. Look, there's a wild lettuce here growing. Got a small fennel baby, some more bittercress, wintercress, which you really can't get rid of. But there is still seeds of fennel. So I'm going to harvest those because I'm actually low, which is shocking. But I've been packaging it up for people who wanted it. So I don't have a lot left in my own stash. There's not a lot here, but I'm going to take what I can get. But you can see the peppers are done. Marigolds are done. I still have radish seeds on the radish plants. Actually, this radish plant looks like it's still alive, which is funny. More wintercress in there, some dandelion, geranium. The wormwood still got green. Honeysuckle still has some green. So even 1 week till Christmas Eve. I mean, I could dig up that horseradish. There'd be horseradish root in there if I needed that. There's still things to have. There's strawberry leaves, which you can drink as a tea. So any suggestions I make, you should do your own education, your own research, I've been foraging for 10 years, so I know what to look for and what things are that are growing in my property. But when new things come up and I'm not sure, I do it with multiple books, and I watch it for a few seasons before I actually forage it, because I want to be certain that that's what it is. So you can see there's lots of seed pods here. I leave them all for the birds. Hopefully the birds have plenty of food. I'm walking erratically. Hopefully I don't fall, because it looks like a mole came through this backyard multiple times and traversed the whole entire backyard. There's just hills the whole way. So I'm not too happy about that, because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want B to get hurt. And it's just a pain in the neck. So you could see that there are still things here. Those are foxgloves, so those are deadly. We don't forage those. But underneath the leaves, I'm sure there are things growing. I'm sure there are things growing that the mole is eating, like grubs, because otherwise mole would not be here. We've got some spearmint, some thyme still growing. This mint doesn't look so great. We've got some of the golden chamomile. We've got a cabbage there. These peas are still hanging on, shockingly enough. Rosemary, we've got marjoram, some feverfew. That wild lettuce is looking like it's shot. But so there are things here, pennyroyal, that I could still, I think there's lemon balm that seeded itself in there. We've got rose hips. Plenty of things here. If I needed something. Yeah, it's lemon balm because it smells like lemon. Well, I'm going to take that because I actually need lemon balm for an order at the store. So look at that. Mother Nature provided for me with what I needed when I needed it. So I'm thankful and grateful. And I'm trying not to make a mess, but invariably I'm making a mess. So I'm happy about that. We'll put that out with the mullein so that Mother Nature, when the next storm comes through, because another storm will be coming through either today or tonight, Mother Nature will wash this off for us. I won't have to do it and track dirt into my house and into my sink. So we're just gonna pile that up there. You know, I have a lot of lemon balm back here, but I don't think any of it's still alive. It's alive. Yeah, see, some of my piles are getting blown away. It's alive still in there because leaves were covering it, but this was a big patch of it, and there's only a little bit that's alive back there. So I'm gonna let it be. I actually had some over here too. But this mallow plant is still alive. There's chamomile in here that's still alive because the leaves act as an insulation. There's yellow dock leaves. Again, those seeds you can use to grind for flour. The root and the leaf, the whole plant is edible, medicinal. Yeah, the lemon balm here didn't survive. Nor did the calendulas. But it was cold. It was really cold. So this is a lemon balm look-alike, but this is not lemon balm. This is, because it doesn't smell like lemon. This is henbit. Or dead nettle. Most likely probably dead nettle, but we don't know because it's not purple yet. And this looks like another wild lettuce. So that's the thing, is all these things, I did not plant most of them. Nature provided them. I could use them. Or I could let them just be in here growing as cover to keep the soil from drying out, to keep the microbes happy. So I'm okay with not pulling weeds. Like I'm not that person that's gonna have that pristine property with no weeds, much to my husband's dismay because he hates weeds. But I see the purpose of them. I see the value for not just myself, but for the whole ecosystem. It's helping the microbes in the soil. It's helping the pollinators who are hibernating under the leaves. It's feeding the birds so they have food over the winter, right? Like they can have the seeds off the Jerusalem artichokes. I don't want them to have the fennel seeds. I need those. But there's so much here if you just stop to pay attention to it. This elderberry is holding up this branch, which is rotten. And actually, B and I were back there, and there's a lot of tree stumps and whatnot that are back there from trees we had to take down that were dying, locusts that are very invasive, and there's mushrooms growing on all of them. I am not a mushroom forager, so I cannot properly identify them, so I'm not going to walk you back there to show you what it is. Plus, B decided to pee on a bunch of them, so definitely not going to forage them. You want to forage from areas that are clean, that have not had animal refuse, that have not been sprayed. So we don't spray on our property directly, but I back up to a farm and you can guarantee that they spray. So I'm not gonna forage over there. I'm not gonna take things from that area. But it just rained and I felt like I could take what I needed. Directly behind my fence there was a few mullein plants, but I won't be going and foraging off that property. So you have to be mindful when you forage. Again, this umbrella of awareness, whether we're dealing with chronic disease, chronic pain, working with Mother Nature, foraging, it is all about having an awareness of how we are living our lives, the behaviors, what we are ingesting, not just food-wise, but visually as well, and what we are allowing to coexist with. How can we be more in harmony with Earth and all of the creatures that exist there and have benefit for us? Until next time, friends, hope you have a nice holiday.